first carry for Derrick Henry. And they managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And Jackson throwing once more. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Well, sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Henry again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hey, check 26.
On play action. Now Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
We are going.
On the give, it's Warren. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Get 3-18. Inside.
They're going to try and throw. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Over 50. Hey, take 20. Over 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. That is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Get out there. We need 18. Teammate. Right.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That's another Steelers first down.
Now Rodgers. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
58. Hey, 88. Take 30.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd down and 6 now.
58.
Rodgers to throw once more. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
No good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back?
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see my me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouty, he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Front to back, they yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. You talk about now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chrome down.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Don't worry. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
They go play action with Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
It's 2nd down.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action now. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Play action. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Hold on a sec. Ready. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the move past the 40. He's into space past the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 49 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now it's Jackson. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
It's 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, here's the option. Down the right sideline.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Gain of 36 yards. First down.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 46 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Still going inside the 20.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 51 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Luke now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
You want to see more, but you only see Saul. Life just slows you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buzz. You still feel paralyzed above syndrome. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a love?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. Now it's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Nix to the air. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a second and 10. Here's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Nix looking to throw again. Here's a diving catch right side. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Captain. Olay.
To throw, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Real quick.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And some room to run now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back for a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 31, here's second down and 7.
180. What? 180.
Here's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's in.